Mitchell Weber, 60 meters 80, here at the 115th Drake Relays. Obviously, still the great version of Mitchell Weber, and obviously carrying Missouri in your heart as always. But just what's the vibe like for you, like having the opportunity to go to Oklahoma and here, kind of in terms of what April would have looked like in recent years representing the Tigers.
Yeah, finally getting a little bit of a break, and I'm super excited. I have a lot more energy coming into this season. It's not as quite of a long of a season as it is for collegiate, so I'm super excited for what's to come this year, and trying to keep my energy a little bit later into the season. We got a late season touching into July, so super excited for what's to come. Got some big meets coming up.
I know how much you loved showing up at a conference championship, regional championship, NCAAs, but the fact that it's like you can be very purposeful and intentional right now, very selective, like you said, kind of just testing things out in Oklahoma, come here, but the fact that it's like you don't have to ramp it up,
exactly.
like a bunch of times even before you get to U.S. championships. Is that something? I know it's something that you're probably enjoying, but is it also something that you also have to get used to, kind of retraining your mind based on what you've gone through for the past few years?
Yeah, very much so. Just trying to keep myself mellow and knowing that it's going to be a long season. So a big opener in Oklahoma, went 64 something, and then really just try to chill out and use this as a good training meet. And I was happy to see where I was at and just try to stack numbers, really.
So speaking of stacking numbers, and again, fantastic effort in Oklahoma, but a lot of people, when they see such extraordinary marks, from athletes like yourself, and obviously what Miklas did, and what Jaden did, and so many others, they lose sight of the fact that it's like there's still a lot of incredible technique. They just think that they're just going to put it in the air, and the force 5 winds are going to carry it to. But it's like, just in terms of whether it's really cold and unfavorable weather here or very windy weather like Oklahoma, what have you been most encouraged about or reassured about with regard to technique?
Yeah, just making some big changes early on in the year. So I'm working on a lot of stuff. I'm not anywhere near where I want to be. Oklahoma was a great meet, and like you said, there's a lot of wind, but if you don't know how to throw in wind, you're not going to be any good. So it still takes a lot of effort, and it still takes a lot of kind of a little bit of different strategy, which is what I like. I enjoy that part of it. So.
Absolutely. If you'll indulge me for a moment, that incredible gentleman over there. I mean, you know what it was like to compete in the toughest conference in the country year after year. But a guy like Jacob, he shows that it doesn't matter what conference, what division, what the background is. Like, he can come and compete with elite post-collegiates like you. How special and meaningful is it for the Drake Relays to be able to showcase the best of the best from all backgrounds and in all areas of the country?
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I think it was awesome that they had a champion event this year, and we got some good guys coming in, and it doesn't matter what division you're from or where you're coming from. For him, he's just coming into his conference meet. That's super exciting. So this is a huge mark for him to go into his conference meet. That's going to be a big season for him. So a little bit different. We're on a little bit different levels, and just in terms of our seasons.
Right. But we always get the intersection here in Des Moines, Iowa.
Exactly right. So
Mitchell, always a pleasure, always an honor, man. Congratulations on the 64 in Oklahoma, but obviously we know that you want to see that, if not more, come Hayward Field in July.
Yep. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.